Do I think it's worth it to dispatch one truck? Hell yes. You should dispatch all the trucks you can possibly take on. Look, it's not that hard to dispatch one truck, and you can easily make a couple $100 a week off one truck. If you're lucky enough to get a guy with one truck, most of the time, when they only got one truck, they really don't have the overhead yet to be able to pay somebody independently. It's usually when they start growing and expanding, you help them do that, that they actually get 2 to 6 trucks and they really need somebody. Usually after 10, somebody's higher ups, they understand they can hire somebody. Hey, come here to this office for $45,000 a year, and you can work for me all day and hours of the night for this little money and take all responsibility. And so they'll hire somebody in. But absolutely take that one try. I will tell you this. Check with your job and see what kind of flexibility you got. If you work at a freight company, it's more than likely a conflict of interest. They're not going to want you to do that. They're going to want you to be focused on the project that you have there where you're at. But you can make a lot of money in this industry. I've told you this time and time and time again. Word of mouth will travel. Even if the person that you've been working with, they're going to come and go. Everybody has their needs and their wants and their desires for growth in an industry. People will come and they will go. Always be cordial. Leave on a good note with whatever you do in this industry, because you never know when that person's going to come back around and send somebody your way because of how you handled yourself. Always be cordial. Sometimes relationships aren't meant to last a long, long time. Sometimes, people help one another grow. It's what they do. And one person's opinion is not necessarily the same as somebody else's. So with that being said, there's a great market. I told you I personally never took a dispatch class. I spent since 1994 dispatching for other people at major companies. And I said, by God, if I ain't got it by now, I don't guess I'm going to get it. And I started my own. I do consultations and I do Zoom calls once a month to help people get in the industry and understand some big things that are the teachable things. But as far as a course, every situation is going to be so different and unique. It's kind of hard for me to even try to sell you a course, because it's like this. You learn your bridge laws, you learn your weight requirements, you learn your equipment, you learn your drivers, you learn the hours of service, you learn what the tools that you need to have for yourself. There's no way you won't be successful. And you'll be able to pick up more trucks. And everybody thinks there's this magic way to you can just go to this website and make 100 phone calls a day. You can do that. But go out. Go by the truck stops. Hand out some brochures. Do some driver recruiting. Add that to your LLC. Do whatever you want to do that's going to make you money and help benefit and help the industry once you learn some basics. This is my suggestion to you. If you're going to do it anyways and do it for somebody else, you might as well do it for yourself. It's business at the end of the day, and you've got to learn your people. You have to have some people skills. You have to know who's going to show up late. You're going to have to know who's not going to communicate with you that they're getting a PM. And here you are thinking they're rolling. You're going to have to make people communicate with you. You're going to have to make them, when they step out of line, be like, you're wrong for not being there on time, and this is your fault. You're going to have to make them be accountable. And you might get cussed out a few times, but that's okay. Because at the end of the day, your relationship between that customer and that driver is going to go a long ways better if everybody complies. And it's like this. I can help, and so can a broker with a receiver on anything if people are honest and transparent. That is how you're going to learn this industry. Hands-on. I can teach you about OS&D. I can teach you about a whole lot of things. But at the end of the day, what kind of work are you willing to do? Are you going to be available? Do you understand it's 24 hours a day? Do you understand you are there to be helpful to them? Not to be a doormat, but to be helpful. Guide them. Help them find assistance. If they have a tire, what tire size? How do you find the tire guy? What kind of accounts do they have set up? What do they have going for their own maintenance? All these kind of things I can teach you. But a lot of the training, I don't see how in the world they're putting that in a book, honestly. But that was my question for today, and I wanted to give it an answer. Like I said, make sure you don't have a conflict of interest going on. It's frowningly looked upon, and it will bring down your image and rapport with your employer. So make sure of that. And if you want to start, and nothing's stopping you but you, go out there and make your money. Look, you've been making people money for years. Nothing's solid. These companies now think you're just an object. Everybody's replaceable. So since they see it that way, don't let nobody mess with your finances ever again. Go out there and make your money. And you're gonna be so proud of yourself. Like that first carrier, when you get them, you're like, oh! I promise you, you're so happy. Listen to my words of advice. Go ahead and get that truck. When you feel secure, do what you got to do. But build a company. It helps create jobs. You can teach people what you know and leave it with them. That's awesome. I hope y'all have a great day.